Hello everyone, I am Naina Singh, Assistant Professor Sociology from the Department of Humanities at the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. Today I am going to present before you a module to make you understand the concept of biodiversity and its type. So let's begin. Biodiversity. The word biodiversity is a combination of two words, bio which means life and diversity which means variety. The vast array of species, microorganisms, algae, fungi, plants and animals occurring on the earth either in the terrestrial or aquatic habitats and the ecological complexes of which they are a part is overall a biodiversity. Biodiversity is a term that represents the total variety of all life forms on the earth. That is a big thing to sum up thousands of different world habitats, millions of world species, billions of different individuals and trillions of different characteristics they all have. The total biodiversity of our planet is immense, which is a good thing because the more biodiversity, the more secure all life forms on this earth, including we humans. Biodiversity is also known as biological diversity. The other synonyms of biodiversity are diversity of life, biological variability. The term biodiversity was coined by Walter Rosen in 1985. Biodiversity refers to all species and living things on this earth or in a specific ecosystem. Biodiversity is the number of different organisms and their relative frequency in an ecosystem. Species diversity within a species, intraspecific diversity, usually measured in terms of genetic differences between individuals or populations. Species interspecific diversity measured as a combination of number and evenness of abundance of species. Community or ecosystem diversity measured as the number of different species assemblages. Biodiversity therefore is usually considered at three hierarchical levels, that is genetic, species, community and ecosystem diversity. Now here is a glimpse of the biodiversity in organism form like the ratio of plants, insects, reptiles, fungi, bacteria and so on. Now let's talk about genetic biodiversity. Genetic diversity is about the diversity of genes existing in the living world. Between and within different species there are different genes and different expressions of those genes, and this genetic variability contributes to the multiplicity of life forms, physical and biological characteristics, and depending on this particular interaction with the environment like phenotypes. Now we will be talking about the second type of biodiversity, that is species biodiversity. We speak of species diversity to describe the diversity of living species. There are millions of living species on this earth. They all are different and divided into groups depending upon their specificities like insects, animals, plants, fungi, so on and so forth. Species diversity is often separated into two categories, intraspecific diversity and interspecies diversity. Now, let's look what is intraspecies diversity. Intraspecific diversity refers to the genetic variation of individuals and population of the same species. Humans having white or black skin, black or brown hair, blue or green eyes is one of the many examples of intraspecific biodiversity. Now we will be talking about interspecies diversity. On the contrary, interspecific biodiversity refers to the diversity of living species among themselves by their number, by their nature and their relative importance. Let's say humans or Homo sapiens, a species with currently 7.7 billion organisms, have a higher diversity than, for instance, the low number of African elephants that are currently facing the problem of extinction. Now, this is a glimpse of various ecosystems which gives you a view of different types of biodiversity like species, genetic and ecosystem biodiversity. The assorted colors of kernels in the different varieties of corn are a result of genetic biodiversity. The same you can see in bananas. The same genetic biodiversity is reflected over here by showing you a glimpse of different genetic biodiversity of frogs. Here we can see the genetic differences between various kinds of dogs breeds. This is a glimpse of genetic biodiversity of floral plants. Whittaker, 1972, described 3 terms for measuring this biodiversity over spatial scales, that is alpha, beta and gamma diversity. Now let's talk about what is alpha diversity. It refers to the diversity within a particular area or an ecosystem and is usually expressed by the number of species, that is, species richness in that particular ecosystem. When you talk about beta diversity, it's a comparison of diversity between ecosystems, which is usually measured as the amount of species change between the ecosystems. Let's talk about what is gamma diversity. It's a measure of the overall diversity within a large region. Therefore, biodiversity includes all the different plants, animals and microorganisms, the genes they contain and the ecosystem they form on land or in water. So, biological diversity is constantly changing. It is increased by new genetic variation and reduced by extinction and habitat fragmentation or degradation. Biodiversity has fundamental value to humans because we are also dependent on it for our cultural, economic and environmental well-being. Biodiversity forms the backbone of viable ecosystems on which we depend on for our basic necessities, security and health. By breaking down plant and animal matter, for example, insects and other invertebrates, which make nutrients available to the plants and are integral to the carbon and nitrogen cycles. Other species pollinate crops, an essential service for farmers. Healthy ecosystems can mitigate or prevent flooding, erosion of soil, and other natural disasters. These ecosystem services also play a hand in the functioning of our climate in the both air and water quality. The diversity of life on Earth brings us many aesthetic, social and cultural benefits. It adds to the quality of life, providing some of the most beautiful and appealing aspects of our existence. Biodiversity is an important quality of landscape beauty. Many species of birds, large land mammals, sea animals and flowering plants are appreciated for their beauty. Millions of people enjoy hiking, camping, picnics, fishing, wildlife watching and other recreational activities based on nature. Contact with nature can also be psychologically and emotionally restorative. In many cultures, nature carries spiritual connotations, and a particular plant or animal species or landscape may be inextricably linked to a sense of identity and meaning. Today, we continue to imbue certain animals and plants with cultural significance. For instance, in India, tiger and peacock, which are endangered, are especially valued because they have been adopted as national animal and bird respectively. So this was all the importance of our biodiversity. With this, I conclude the video. I hope you have understood the concept of biodiversity, its types, different measuring levels, and importance of biodiversity in humans' life. Thanks for watching and listening me.